Peter Parker's life is defined not by victory, but by loss. Long before he became Spider-Man, Peter was just a boy struggling with everyday problems. School bullies, money issues, loneliness. Raised by his elderly Aunt May and Uncle Ben in Queens, New York, Peter never truly fit in. He was too smart, too awkward, too invisible to the world around him. And then, in a twist of fate, Peter was bitten by a radioactive spider. He was granted incredible powers, super strength, agility, reflexes beyond human limits, and a spider sense that warned him off of any danger. For a brief moment, Peter believed his life would finally change for the better, and now let's go through some of the most heart-wrenching stories in young Peter's life. First, the Amazing Fantasy number 15, 1962, The Origin of Spider-Man. Peter Parker, a shy high school student, is bitten by a radioactive spider at a science exhibit. He gains amazing powers, strength, speed, wall-crawling abilities, and at first, Peter uses these powers for personal gain. He wrestles for money and becomes a TV star. When Peter has a chance to stop a thief backstage, he chooses not to because it's not his responsibility. The thief later kills his beloved Uncle Ben. In the final gut punch moment, Peter realizes with great power there must also come great responsibility. And this is really heartbreaking. Peter's journey starts with a selfish choice that costs the life of someone he loves dearly. In hindsight, it was a very bad decision, but hindsight is 2020 and we really don't know the future. This moment forever changed his perspective and made him strive towards saving the world one day at a time. Next, we have a fan favorite, The Night Gwen Stacy Died, The Amazing Spider-Man Volume 121 to 122, 1973. Norman Osborn, aka Green Goblin, kidnaps Gwen Stacy, Peter's girlfriend. During the fight, Goblin does something evil and drops Gwen off a bridge. Woo-hoo. Spider-Man shoots a web line to catch her, but when the web snaps her back, the sudden stop kills her. Peter is left holding Gwen's lifeless body as he believes that he caused her death by saving her the wrong way. Filled with rage, Peter nearly kills Norman Osborn but stops himself, only for Norman to accidentally impale himself on his glider. And even though seeing him die kind of felt good because I guess he got revenge, it didn't really matter. This was easily Peter's greatest failure. No amount of revenge could fill that dark void left in his soul. It fundamentally changed him from a light-hearted hero to a tragic figure. Next, Kraven's Last Hunt, 1987. Kraven the Hunter, one of Spider-Man's longtime foes, seeks to prove himself superior to Spider-Man. Kraven hunts and shoots Peter, then buries him alive. While Spider-Man is trapped underground, Kraven dons a black Spider-Man suit and brutally beats criminals, claiming he's a better Spider-Man. Peter claws his way out of the grave, driven by a sense of responsibility. He literally rises from death because the world still needs the Amazing Spider-Man and perseveres while he fights his inner demons to beat death. And the black suit that Peter puts on symbolizes his grief and rage. And seeing Peter in that silky black suit was a top 5 human experience. After proving his point, Kraven kills himself, and it's one of the darkest Spider-Man stories ever. Coming in at number 4, Spider-Man Blue, 2002. Older Peter records a tape talking about Gwen Stacy on Valentine's Day. He reflects on how much he loved Gwen and how much her death still hurts him. Through flashbacks, we see Peter meeting Gwen, their blossoming romance, and Peter's internal conflict over Gwen and Mary Jane Watson. The comic ends with Peter saying, "I still miss you, Gwen. I still miss you so much." It shows Peter's long-lasting grief, and despite being with Mary Jane, Peter never truly healed from Gwen's death. It's a love letter to lost love and unresolved sorrow. Many people can relate to this because every day, someone loses the love of their life. Gwen was everything to Peter. He had eyes for no one else, and everyone can attest that he was never the same after she passed. Months of depression and sadness followed him. Hurt seeing our boy like this, but loved seeing Mary Jane work with him in his time of pain, giving him the comfort he needs. At number 5, Ultimate Spider-Man 2000 to 2011. A reimagined version of Peter's origin for a younger generation. Emphasizes Peter's struggles, bullied at school, raising money to help support Aunt May, and hiding his double life. Peter becomes Spider-Man and dies young. Ultimate fallout number 1. Saving his loved ones and his city. His death is treated like the death of a real-world figure. The people of New York mourn as he is a symbol of selflessness. Ultimate Peter's life was harsher, no cosmic resurrection, and his sacrifice felt permanent, emphasizing that even young heroes die. You could see the city mourning for their infamous hero, who was still such a baby in so many people's eyes. Truly a sad read. Number 6, Back in Black 2007. Aunt May is shot as collateral damage when Peter's identity is exposed during the Civil War arc. Peter abandons his moral code and dons his black costume again. I just want to say this suit is so beautiful. Probably my favorite Spider-Man suit. He brutally hunts down the people responsible, acting darker, angrier, and more ruthless. He turned into Batman. But Peter shows how much he's willing to sacrifice for the people he loves. Peter's sadness turns into rage, but even then, he never crosses the line into true villainy. His humanity stays intact despite overwhelming loss. This just goes to show you the type of purity that lies in Peter's heart. Literally admirable, because we've seen so many heroes be a hero long enough to see themselves become a villain. At number 7, The Other, Evolve or Die. 2005 to 2006. Peter starts suffering from bizarre symptoms. He's dying due to his spider powers breaking down. He dies after a brutal fight with Morlun, a vampiric being who hunts spider-powered heroes. Peter's body cocoons and rebirths itself, symbolizing death and rebirth through pain. Peter has to literally die to survive, another metaphor for endless cycle of suffering and rising in his life. But all in all, he is still that guy. Many scars, but he fought through them, and that's why we love Peter Parker.